Hi, John Smeaton here from John Smeaton Fitness, and today I'm going to do a video on protein. Protein is the building blocks of muscle. Um, my story, I started getting into weight training around like 20 years old, and a friend in the gym, he told me about eating tuna fish after I work out. So I started eating tuna fish after I worked out, and a couple months I gained about 10 pounds or something like that. So then I was around 21 years old. I started reading some magazines, and they said, take in, eat every couple hours, every 2 to 3 hours, and take in protein with all your meals. And I started taking in more protein, and that's when I really started gaining. So, um, yeah, protein works. It's, unless you have a kidney disease, then, you know, it's not a problem. Um, that said, the more protein you take in, it'll make your kidneys work a little harder. It's not, it's not a challenge or anything like that unless you have, kidney disease. So, um, for this is basic for people in the gym. It's a good idea to just make sure you're getting in enough protein. Weight training and everything. Say you're a dedicated weight trainer and you're training all your body parts. So, you know, I would take in a gram per pound of body weight. That's minimum for me. Even when I'm not training, I take in at least like a gram of protein per pound of body weight, just to make sure I keep my muscle. There have been times where I've been injured and I couldn't train, my upper body or anything like that. I always train what I can, but I would take them. I was just making sure I'm taking at least a gram per pound of body weight. When a person's training real heavy, in my opinion, a good rule of thumb is 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Branched chain amino acids, which are L-leucine, isoleucine, and L-valine, are the 3 amino acids that stimulate muscle growth. So they're isolated, pre-digested. I believe they're in your bloodstream when you take them, like in 3 minutes versus whey protein, which takes like 15 minutes. They're very good. They're a very good supplement, for muscle growth. So I got up to about 215, 220 pounds when I was 23 years old. I've got up higher than that before that as well, but that's when I was like, more cut and everything like that. It was more of a polished look then, and I wanted some more hard, dense muscle. And my friends, they were like, "Well, take in more protein. You got to take more protein. Up your protein." And I ignored them. So that was back in 2004. So it didn't come around to me until about 2007, 2008, when I started upping my protein big time, like 1.5 grams. I remember one time I was I was a stocker, and I was taking in like 400 grams of protein, 400 carbs, 100 fats every day, for a little while. And I was moving around a lot, so I was burning a lot of calories, so I had to take them in. But I remember them aisles were like just, I had the horriblest gas, and it smelled nasty. I mean, it would like, it would like make my head turn, and that's pretty bad for that to do that to me. So, um, yeah, I remember old ladies were like walking through the aisle, and I was like stinking the aisle up and stuff like that. But yeah, taking a lot of protein and carbs together, that can cause that. But yeah, that's when I started noticing a different look, better strength gains, harder, denser muscle, and everything when I started taking in that protein. So yeah, I'm a big believer. You know, if you're a very, very, very extremely dedicated person to weight training and bodybuilding, and you're wanting to, you know, get stronger and stuff like that, try upping your protein and see what it'll do for you. You know, um, yeah, protein is a must. You know, if you're wanting to build muscle, men or women, whoever. And you know, of course, there's three macronutrients. There is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. You know, this is just specifically on protein. I'll go into carbohydrates and fats at some other time, another video. So yeah, if you have any questions, just write them below, and you can subscribe to my channel, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And this is a video on protein. Thank you.